Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the lunch break where you eat lunch and I talk. Or maybe you don't eat lunch and you just pretend like you're eating lunch. Pretend like you're eating lunch, please. What are you eating? Is it good?
Get your bones in the dirt, dry them off and let them burn.
I really don't know what I want to talk about today. I want to kind of keep it in the spooky season. I did do a tarot card reading earlier today in the morning. Maybe we can go off of that and talk about that a little bit if you'd like. Talk a little bit about how everything's going, and maybe we can do a tarot card reading for you, the viewer. Everybody's gonna have the same one, unless leave in the comments below afterwards which card you got, and we'll see if they match up. So recently, I've been trying to keep up with this stuff, and I started actually another YouTube channel to kind of promote this new idea that I was trying to do of trying to get myself into the gaming industry, where I am making short ads or like mock ads or little skits pertaining to like video game concepts. So the one that I posted here on this channel, the Fast and Furious one with Slackers, I thought that was fun. Just like the scene of him going smoke 'em, and it's just me in a shopping cart. So I thought I'd continue that motion and like try to do shorts on this new channel. And if you want to see the new channel and you want to go support that over there, link is in the description. It's just going to be a lot of that and a lot of video game side of things moving forward, just to try to build up that portfolio. So with me trying to keep up with everything and really doing as much as I can for that, and with work being extremely busy at this point with post-event and pre-event and during-event stuff, trying to couple all that together is I'm very disorganized. So this morning I thought, to keep myself on track and whatnot and kind of get me thinking about stuff, I tend to do a tarot card reading every once in a while. I light a candle, I sit down, I shuffle the deck, I talk to myself for a little bit, I make it a little moment. And then I pull the cards based in a what to focus on. Oh, let me go in this way so it's better on the camera. What to focus on, what not to focus on, and then the general vibe of that entire next couple weeks or so. So the tarot cards that I pulled this morning were the King of Swords, Five of Cups, and the Queen of Swords reversed. So based on just the imagery itself, they kind of match up with like good things to think about, bad things to not think about, and then kind of like a certain vibe. The last one was a little sad though, but at the same time, kind of accurate, I guess, to some degree. Just a disclaimer, I like to think that this stuff works to some degree, and it's very oddly on the nose about certain things. There was one time that I did a tarot card reading and about Christmas, about how Christmas was going to go. I don't know why I was doing that. It was just around the time. I was like, how are the next couple weeks going to go? And it says, you're going to have a horrible like illness or disease or sickness. And guess who got COVID during Christmas and couldn't go home? It's scarily accurate. Maybe I'm crazy for thinking so, but it's fun. What is reality anyways? So let's go through each of these real quick, and maybe this will resonate with you. But I want to take some time to reflect a little bit, because I did so in the morning, but maybe we can reflect. So first off, things to focus on, things to be more engaged with and pay more attention to. Focus on. Another way to say that. Anyways, the King of Swords is a symbol of intellectual power and authority, and has the courage and intellect to achieve all that he desires. When this card appears in a tarot reading, you are in your power, ruling from a place of authority and respect. You stand firm in your truth and express yourself with deep conviction. As a result, others pay attention to what you have to say. Thank you, Biddy Tarot. Obviously something to focus on, sticking to your truths and standing by yourself and, intellectual power. So in this time, I want to really be a little more of a Capricorn, which also kind of comes with a conversation I had last night with a friend of mine, Priya. We have another podcast called the Yeasayers, where we review memoirs and biographies of people and kind of pull from it the reasons why they are as successful as they are. Usually they're pretty like well-known individuals. And the conversation we had was like, we just finished up reading, we were trying to be on like point with hot topics and political landscape, I guess. So we decided to read Kamala Harris's memoir, The Truths We Hold. I think that's what it's called. And a conversation we had last night was like, one of the characteristics that Kamala Harris has, from how she states it in the book, is a lot of her personality is based around just action and not a lot of thinking. And I think that kind of comes from this idea of like sticking to your truth and sticking to your logistical way of life and logistical mentality and moving through with that and not allowing the emotions to kind of roadblock you. And I have a tendency of doing that, obviously. I haven't posted a lot, and I say so many times that I'm going to do things, and then you know what happens? That's what happens. So kind of keeping that in mind moving forward in these next couple of weeks as I keep pushing through these things is just keep action, keep going, keep doing things, and not overthinking them as I tend to, which brings us to the things not to do, things not to focus on, which comes with the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups often appears in a tarot reading when a situation hasn't turned out the way you expected and you are sad, regretful, and disappointed. Instead of moving on with your life, you are choosing to wallow in your self-pity. All you can focus on right now is what went wrong and how you failed. Sure, feel the feels, but set yourself a time limit for your self-pity and then pull yourself together and move on. So, taking from that, and applying it to the things not to focus on. When I jumped into trying or wanting to do or get into the video game industry and like try to move myself into that, I thought, you know, I'd have some connections that can push me in a direction where I'm not going to have to start entirely from scratch. But it seems as though I'm going to have to do that. And it's a little bit difficult. To say the least, of that situation. So it hasn't turned out exactly how I thought it was. I thought, you know, I have these connections in the creator space. I have these connections that my friend Priya, her fiance, has his own video game publishing and development company. So like I met with him. I met with a lot of people, and I really tried to fit myself in a way that I could like kind of get a clear trajectory of where I can go and how to do it. But it seems that that's not going to be the case, and I'm going to have to do it with on my own with this new YouTube channel. And like that's kind of the idea that I've come up with, is like build out. Well, I guess I came up with after having all of these different conversations with everybody, but so they contributed, and I don't want to take away any credit from anybody that was involved in that. But it's more or less just building out a portfolio and hoping that if I send these things to people, somebody's going to bite. But again, not focusing on the things that didn't go wrong and more focusing again on that clear trajectory and non-emotionally driven mentality, and stay true to my truths, you know, clear and deep convictions is what it said, right? It spoke to me in a way. It spoke to me. The cards, the heart of the cards. Now, as for the general aspect of the next couple months or weeks, I got the Queen of Swords, but reversed. So hear this one out. Queen of Swords reversed points out that you may allow your emotions to get the better of you as you put your heart before your head. You may be emotionally involved in a particular issue, and it could be distorting your perception of the situation at hand. You need to use your head a bit more to understand what is happening and read the signals more accurately. Take an objective look at what's going on and decide what you need to do next. Felt attacked on that one. No, and that's going to be the vibe going forward, which means that I am gonna not do the first one, apparently, based on what the cards say. But there was a conversation that I had with my friends and roommate Steven the other night, and by the other night I mean a couple weeks and or months ago. We were talking about this idea of like tarot readings or self-fulfilling prophecies in any way, and he asked me, he's like, do you believe in that? Do you believe that like something can predict and like, determine what's going to happen in the future. And my answer was like, no, but also like if things kind of add up in my head, then yeah, I can see it and I can believe that it would happen. And he looked at me, he said, well, then why don't you just do everything you can to do the opposite and make your self-fulfilling prophecy be like making sure that that thing doesn't happen. If you think in all the world because of a tarot card reading that, you're going to be hyper emotional with every single decision you make because it's in your head and because that's the thing that the tarot card said to you of like, oh, this is how it's going to be, and you identify with that, then it's self-fulfilling prophecy. You're going to end up doing it and you're going to be like, yeah, the card was right, Why not take a different approach to that? And if you see something that you don't like or you don't want to happen, actively do what you can to make sure it doesn't and make that your goal. And whenever something like that comes up, you're going to be more determined to fight against it than to just accept it and be like, that's just the way I am, or that's just the heart of the cards. I think that can apply to every other thing in life, moving forward, whatever. This episode's very woo-woo-y, isn't it? Oh no. But I don't care. It's the spooky season. Spooky season is full of witchcraft and wizardry. All in all, that was my tarot card reading this morning, and I hope that I can stick to that and not dive into emotions too much and self-pity and really just fucking go for it, man. I want to do this. Go subscribe to my other channel while I go and pick out grab my tarot deck. Go subscribe. Okay. Alrighty. Look at this nifty little box I got for it. Ready? Can we play the Zelda music? Cool, right? Okay, let's light the candle. Let's make this nice and vigil-y.
It's lit. We see the hype outside, right from the house.
All right, so we got the good old boys. We're gonna do a little tarot card reading for you. So typically how I do this is I just ask questions about people. I'm like, hey, how are you? What's good? What's new in your life? What's going on? So I can get a little idea of like what they're going through currently. So if I do pull a card, and I can kind of try to apply it to their lives in some capacity. And then when I get to the end of asking the questions, I kind of stop, and I feel like when the deck is ready, I'm gonna pull the card. So what are some things that you're hoping to achieve in the next week or two, maybe even month or so? Ramin, if you're watching this, what are you trying to do with your company? What's going on? How's that? I saw you release something today on LinkedIn. You're like, you released I saw the post and I liked it. So here we go for you guys. This is going to be the card that defines your next, I swear to God, if it's death, this defines the next couple weeks of your life. Just like the vibe, the general vibe. We're not going to go big or go home. We can't do that for everybody. So we're just going to give general vibes of the next 2 weeks. You ready? Okay, here we go. What do we got? The Three of Pentacles. Okay, not death, we'll put it that way. Or the Tower. Yeah, we don't want either of those. Okay, so Three of Pentacles upright. Oh, lovely. Lovely. So the upright, the words to describe, the general words that are associated with that are teamwork, collaboration, learning, and implementation. So basically, you guys are going to collaborate and work as a team to go over to my other YouTube channel and subscribe to it. I'm really plugging that, aren't I? Anyways, the Three of Pentacles upright. The stonemason couldn't build the cathedral. What? The stonemason couldn't build the cathedral without the help of the architects, and they couldn't build it without him. Each person has an important role to play, and when they come together as a team, they can create something much more significant than if they were to undertake the project on their own. So, when the Three of Pentacles turns up in a tarot reading, take it as a sign to collaborate with others, creating synergies to achieve big results. Wow, the most general card. I mean, there you go. Go be a part of a team. Go be a team player. Whether that's you're up in the top as the manager or you're down below as the grunt. Take your time, enjoy the process, and like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Happy lunch break. Goodbye.
Get your bones in the dirt. Get those bones in the dirt.